Hello and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, the top 4 ways automated setups help day traders with Steve Wheeler of NaviTrader. My name is Thomas and I'm a platform representative here at NinjaTrader. Now, before we start the webinar, I have a few housekeeping notes. Now, this webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Brokerage-related questions should be directed to the NinjaTrader brokerage team. And lastly, if you are new to NinjaTrader, you could make sure to sign up for a free NinjaTrader demo with real market time data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. And before I turn the mic over to Steve, it's important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contain substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It's possible to lose or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. And also, please remember that these trading sessions are not a solicitation or recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Now, thank you again for joining us today. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader webinar room, Steve Wheeler of NaviTrader.
Thank you, Thomas. Hi, and welcome everyone. I think we're ready to get going here. A few things before we get started here today. If you send an email to support@navitrader.com, we're going to provide you with a lot of educational material. First thing is our 4-part boot camp educational video classes, which is about 4-hour training, video training on futures trading. Also, how auto setups help day traders, how to find the balance of risk and reward, and critical steps before you enter and exit the trade, how to develop your training plan. All right, so send an email to support@navitrader.com. You'll be getting all those bonus items. Also, tomorrow morning, we're going to have at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern, we're going to have a live session. So you'll actually be able to see our charts under real-time market conditions. That's the real test of anything, how anything performs under real-time conditions. All right, so a little bit about what we're going to cover here today. We're going to talk about market clarity, how to eliminate trading guesswork and confusion, how to become a selective setup trader, how to manage stress, fear, and greed to improve trading, and how to let winners run and cut losses quickly. We've all heard that a million times, but you need to have the tools to enable you to do that. So that's what we're going to cover here today. A big part of our focus here today is really going to be urging you to trade a system, take system trades, and manage your risk. Okay, so those are really the two key items in trading: managing risk and taking system trades. All right, so a little bit about what I do. I've been trading futures for over 20 years. And when I first started, I didn't have all the tools that we have today. And I can tell you that with what we have today, you have a major benefit over what we had 20 years ago, naturally. The tools are much better, the charting is much better, and so on. All right, so I urge you, just like anything else in life, if you have the right tools, you stand a better chance of success. If you don't have the right tools, then you're kind of tying your arms behind your back. So, all right, so a few reasons I trade futures. We can profit in up and down moves. The Dow moved down about 500 points today, NASDAQ about 538 points today. So you have the ability to make money in up and down markets. Okay, no overnight risk, providing you don't hold positions overnight. I don't hold anything overnight. Of course, you do have the leverage of your capital. And with futures trading, you don't have the day trading rules that you have with stock market. And you have the ability to compound your capital, providing you're consistently taking good trades and making money each day. Futures trading you do from any location, and it's scalable. Scalable meaning if you can learn how to trade one contract, then you can gradually move that up to more contracts. Okay, so it's scalability, very important feature of the futures markets. All right, so trading is really about, we're taking directional trades, shorting down move and long moves on an up move. And every day really in these markets, we see moves in both directions. Even though today was a big down day, there were still some up moves in the market even today. All right, so what you need to be successful with trading is you need objective automated signals. And I'm going to show you that in the presentation here today, objective signals as opposed to subjective signals. How many people have tried trading purely based on emotion? Probably tried that, probably found that it doesn't work too well. All right, so we provide our members with a workspace setup, meaning all the charts that I use every day in my own trading. We also provide time in our training room. The training room is open from 9 to 11, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We provide you with risk management guidance. This is a very crucial item. Risk management, you probably think of using stops, but also selecting the right contracts to trade and position sizing, very, very crucial. We also provide automated market scanning. We have our trade finder. I'll show you that in a few minutes. And we provide unlimited support. All right, so what I want to show you right now is a brief video. And this chart is our NaviRinko chart. Okay, so it's going to show you a sell signal. Now in NinjaTrader version 8, we have the ability to attach an order to an indicator. Now the indicator we're attaching to is the NaviTrader NaviPM indicator. All right, so we have that sell signal, as the market moves lower, it's going to adjust that stop downward automatically. The big benefit of this is it takes some of the emotions out of managing a trade. And typically you're going to get a further move if you let the trade play itself out. I'll show you this as we go along here. All right, so right now the market's just kind of consolidating a little bit. And we'll see if we go lower. All right, so this is a trade on the NASDAQ. And if the market moves lower, it's going to adjust the stop downward automatically. All right, so you can see the stop adjusted down. Just wanted to show you that to demonstrate our automated trailing stops. All right, so a very important part of trading is knowing direction. You can see here's a NASDAQ volume chart where we had a sell signal, moved down for a 30-point move, had a buy signal, moved up for a 32-point move. All right, so part of the crucial area of trading is letting your winners run. You can see that you need a tool to help you do that. The reason that's important is because you need to have a positive expectancy in your trading. You're going to have some losing trades. All right, so you're going to have a few losing, well, you're going to have some losing trades. What you want to do is make sure that any losing trades are small and the winning trades are large. Now, the larger the winning trades are relative to the losing trades, the lower percentage of winning trades you will need to still be successful. That's why it's very important to let your winners run. All right, so a little bit about our charts. You can see on the chart, there are some bars that have a gold frame around them. Those are called consolidation bars. Red bars with no gold frame are called power bars. Here's a consolidation bar, and here's a green power bar. So you can see the charts do a very nice job of showing you these turning points in the market. All right, so I'll show you where to get in and where to get out of the trade. All right, so here's another chart. Again, the automated buy and sell signals, green arrows are buy signals, magenta arrows are sell signals. The green line that's underneath the price bars is called our NaviPM indicator. And that green line or red line, whichever, when it's green, you can adjust that NaviPM indicator to be closer or farther away from the market, depending on what market you're trading. So again, the green bars with no gold frame are called power bars, and the gold frame bars are the consolidation bars. Now, one of the key things to our charts is the charts will actually hold a trade through a consolidation. This is very important. All right, so here we moved up, here we consolidated, here we moved higher, here we consolidated, here we moved higher, consolidated, consolidated, here it moved higher. So it's very key thing of our charts is how they will actually hold a trade through a consolidation. All right, so I call these charts reality bars. You know, if you're in a short trade and the bars are red, bars turn back to green, you need to get out of that short trade and reverse to the long side. All right, so the charts can be used on any market. Here's a crude oil chart. Green arrow buy signal, magenta arrow is a sell signal, so we can use them on any market. We do have customers all over the world running these charts. And our customer base really is made up of a very diverse user base. We have people that are new to trading. I have people that have been trading for many, many years. Also, let me just mention that I run a real-time room Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 to 11. And I've been running that room for over 15 years. And I have people that are in that room that have been in the room for the entire length of time we've had that room. So, so here's a chart on crude oil, gold, sell signal on gold, another sell signal. Here's the euro futures. So green arrows are buy signals, magenta arrows are sells. There's a British pound. All right, so can use these on currency markets, crude oil, stock index futures. I trade primarily the stock index futures, the NASDAQ and the E-mini. All right, NASDAQ and E-mini. All right, so one of the things I want to talk about here today is very crucial, and that is correlated signals. That means we're getting the same signal from two correlated markets at the same time. So here you can see I've got two long signals, one on the NASDAQ, one on the Dow. And we do time and date stamp these signals. So you can see they both came in at 12:36. They actually came in 1 second apart from each other. 12:36 in 10 seconds, 12:36 in 9 seconds. All right, so two correlated signals. So one question we get is, do we have alerts? So yeah, you have this alerts window that's part of the NinjaTrader platform. You just have to open up the alerts log and run our charts, and they will give you these signals. All right, so one of the things that I want to zero in on here today is the idea of correlated signals. For example, on the top of the screen, I've got the NASDAQ. I've got a buy signal on the NASDAQ volume chart. The E-mini, I've got a buy signal on the E-mini volume chart. On the NASDAQ in the lower left, this is actually the MNQ, but it's going to give you essentially the same chart as the NQ. You've got a buy signal on the 45 Renko. By the way, these Renko charts are unique. You won't see them anywhere else. All right, so 4 signals, 1, 2, 3, 4 signals on all 4 of these charts at the same time. And of course, this also works on the sell side. Here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sell signals at the same time. Okay, so correlated signals. All right, so here you can see the NASDAQ where we actually had a where we turned green here at 1447 and moved up significantly. And we did the same thing on the E-mini. All right, so market turned on NASDAQ, market turned on the E-mini, both at the same time. All right, so another tool we provide is the Trade Finder. The Trade Finder is an automated market scanner. And you can see here we had some signals. We get everything red or green on the screen, all the columns. The red would be an indication to look for a short trade on that. Here's crude oil. And here we had everything red on the NASDAQ, E-mini, and the Russell all at the same time. All right, so automated market scanner. It's especially useful if you're trading a lot of different markets and you want to just zero in on the best markets to trade. All right, so a few steps about developing your trading. First thing you need to do is trust the signals. And that really does come through experience, some trying the signals, making sure that they actually work for you. And the skills to use these tools. Part of the skill too is, of course, knowing how to use your trading platform. We do run exclusively in the NinjaTrader platform, and I'm very thankful for running in the NinjaTrader platform. It's a great product, and also extremely well supported. I really have nothing but good things to say about NinjaTrader, their people and their support level. Very good. I've been around software for many, many years. And probably most other people have been too, and you know the importance of good customer support. And of course, here at NaviTrader, we place a high degree of importance on that as well. All right, so you need the discipline to execute the signals, the discipline to manage your risk. Okay, so one of the things that happens to traders is they'll get into a trade, and they are so sure that that trade's going to work that they're not willing to get out of the trade when they should. And that is a major downfall. So that's why you need to use stops in your trading. In fact, what I've found in most cases, the majority of the time, if you hit a stop, it's generally meaning you are on the wrong side of the market. So you may find with your trading, if you hit a stop, and you try a stop and reverse, you may actually overall do better. You need to test that to make sure it works for you. But generally speaking, if you hit a stop, it's market telling you you're on the wrong side of the market. So, all right. So for those people that are familiar with Henry Ford, you can see that one of his famous quotes is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So a lot of trading is really building some confidence. Like anything else in life, if you go into it with some confidence, you're more likely to be successful. At the same time with trading, you want to be confident, but not overconfident. You really need to remain humble to the markets. So just kind of have to balance that. So I'm a pilot, and we know that all professional pilots, actually any pilot that I know of, use a checklist with their piloting an aircraft. Of course, the checklist is going to be specific to whatever aircraft you're flying. It's going to be different depending on the actual physical makeup of that plane and characteristics of the plane, that kind of thing. But anyway, we know that professional pilots always use a checklist. I don't care if they've been been a pilot for 50,000 hours, they still use a checklist. Now in the modern cockpits and the airplanes, they'll put the checklist right on the screen of the cockpit. But in any case, they use a checklist for every phase of flight. And of course, same thing is true with trading. Now in my career, I've done a lot of troubleshooting. And part of trading is troubleshooting all the issues with trading. If you solve all the problems of trading, then you're likely to be successful. So here are the what I would consider the 6 major problems that people have with trading. The number one problem I would say is that they will be over leveraged. In fact, if you are new to trading, or you're trading a smaller account, I do strongly recommend that you trade the micro futures. All right, so the micro futures, MNQ is the NASDAQ, MES is the E-mini. There's also micro futures for the Dow and the Russell as well. All right, so trade the micro futures. Start out with one contract if you're new to trading or trading a smaller account. You need to adopt a system. You need to follow a system. Let your winners run, cut your losers quickly, and eliminate mistakes. Now, every day that you're trading, I don't care if you've been trading for 50 years, keep track of any mistakes you're making. What you really want to do is eliminate those pesky mistakes. And one way to do that is keep a trading log and just indicate things that you're going to do better the next day. All right, so a little checklist on when you're thinking about getting into a trade or considering trading. Check any pending news. Big question here is, do I have the conditions for entry? And some of those conditions I've shown you on the screen here today. Do I have the correct instrument? If I want to trade the micro, make sure I'm on the micro chart if I'm trading with ChartTrader or with the DOM. Have I selected a stop and target strategy? NinjaTrader refers to that as the ATM, Advanced Trade Management strategy. Have I selected the correct account? Maybe I want to trade in sim, or maybe I want to trade live. Make sure you've selected the correct account. Also, very crucial area here, position sizing. I can't really overemphasize this importance. One thing I would recommend to everyone is assume that anytime you go into a trade with too large of size, and we do provide you with guidelines in terms of risk management and position sizing, assume that if you go into a trade with too large of size, that's the trade that will not work. All right, so some things to do while you're in a trade. Manage your trailing stops. Now, if you're using the NinjaTrader platform and you're attaching a stop to an indicator, you can let the system do that for you. Exit partial positions at targets, close the position at market turns. And very important point here, monitor your daily profit and loss. Monitor your daily profit and loss. That's very easy to do. With the NinjaTrader Control Center, you can, at the bottom of the Control Center, there's a tab for accounts. You can select that accounts tab and it's going to show you your P&L for the day. There's no excuse for not monitoring that. All right, some things about after trading. Update your daily log. Again, what you're trying to do there is eliminate mistakes. Check for and cancel any open orders or positions. Set system to global simulation mode unless you're shutting down the platform. Again, monitor your daily profit and loss for the day. Note any lessons from the day. All right, so discipline is very important with trading. You want to make sure your trades that you're taking based on objective data. You want to execute your decisions, and you want to manage your risk. So again, here is an example where we've got 4 charts. All these 4 charts telling you the same signal at the same time. Here's 2 charts, NASDAQ and E-mini, giving you the same signal. There's the E-mini sell signal and a buy signal. E-mini sell, buy. So again, very crucial that you have a set of tools that gives you the confidence not only to take the trades, but to stay in the trade for the bigger move. I really can tell you that's of crucial importance, because you need to have a positive expectancy in your trading. All right, so again, make quality decisions. There's 2 charts giving the same signal. NASDAQ chart, sell, buy, and sell. 2 charts giving you the sell signal at the same time. There's the MNQ. MNQ move down here. You can see we put the trailing stop just on one MNQ contract here, 69.50. profit. So here we had a couple of sell signals on the NASDAQ, buy signal followed by a sell. All right, so I'm really trying to emphasize here discipline today. Take system trades, never over leverage. Again, assume that anytime you're over leveraged, that's a trade that won't work. Plan for positive expectancy. Cut your losing trades quickly, let your winners run, eliminate mistakes. All right, so the MES is the E-mini contract. It's the micro contract. Okay, so like I said, if you're new to trading or trading a smaller account, I really encourage everyone to trade the micro futures. All right, so start with one contract. In fact, I really recommend, let's say you have signals on both the E-mini and the NASDAQ. When you're first starting, just take one or the other. The more trades you have running, the more difficult it's going to be for you to manage them. So just start out with one contract. Get consistent with one contract. If you can't trade one contract profitable, more contracts are not going to help you. All right, so another thing with your trading, good idea to use stops. In a trade, make sure that the good thing about stops is they do enforce discipline. Okay, so they enforce discipline. With your trading, you can set up some ATM strategies that will give you, for example, a 3-to-1 risk reward. For example, on E-mini, that would be a 4-tick stop, 12-tick target. So again, you need to have the discipline to follow these signals, manage your risk. The reason that risk management is important is because no matter how good your signals are, nothing works 100% of the time. You just need to cut any losses quickly. All right, so you need to plan for a positive expectancy. The reason that's important is because you need to make a lot more money when you win than you give up when you lose. Anybody that tells you you're not going to have any losing trades, beware of that. Again, it's really just a matter of cutting the losses quickly. All right, so a little bit about expectancy. Expectancy is just a mathematical calculation. You just need to take your winning percentage, winning percent times your average win size, and then take your loss percent times your average loss size. You can subtract the second amount from the first, and if that's a positive number, it means you've got a positive expectancy. All right, so here's an example of setting up the E-mini with a 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio. And for example, if you use that with the MES, even if you have 40% winning trades, 60% losing trades, you're still going to make money. See, we've got a 7.5 positive expectancy. All right, so again, we've all heard let your winners run. You need to have a set of tools. They'll help you to do that. And again, this is an example of here we came down for a 3-point move down and a 26-point move up. All right, so I encourage everyone, if you want to make 2022 your best year, recommend getting started now. All right, so a little bit about what we provide here at NaviTrader. We provide these automated signals. We've been developing these charts and indicators for many years, 15 to 20 years. And not only that, we've spent many years refining the tools and also refining the way that we use them. And those are all the things that we convey in our training that we provide. All right, so we provide the automated signals, the automated stops, automated trade management, Chart workspace setup. When you first become a member, we will actually set up an appointment with you, and we'll connect with your computer, make sure your workspace is all set up correctly, and answer any questions you've got either on our charts or on the NinjaTrader platform. You get time in our training and mentoring room, and you're going to get risk management guidance, automated market scanning, that's our trade finder, and we provide unlimited support. All right, so like I said, send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. You're going to get these 5 free gifts. And we're also going to invite you to our live session tomorrow morning. That'll be just, you'll be able to see the charts running live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. All right, so a special here for everyone in the session today. For the first 20 new signups, instead of 1 year of all these tools, you're going to get 2 years. So first 20 signups, you'll get 2 years of the trend indicators. The trend indicators are the charts and indicators. They'll give you the trailing stops and the automated signals. You'll also get 2 years of our trade finder. This is the trade finder market scanner. You're going to get time in our live market training room, and you're going to get 2 months in a room instead of 1. The room is open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 11 Eastern. And everyone that's a member will have access to our NaviTrader training videos website. So it's a member website with many hours of actual training on the website. We also provide unlimited support for the entire 2 years. So unlimited support. Also, like I said, for anyone that's a new member, we set up an appointment with you. We will actually be able to connect with your computer with your permission and do the setup of the workspace, whole workspace configuration, and answer any questions that you've got during that session. At that point, we still provide unlimited support, so that's not really the end of the support. All right, so you get all this that I went over, 2 years of the charts, 2 months in the member room for $29.77. And if you would like to save another $1,000, be one of the first 20 to respond. So email us now to support@NaviTrader.com. So we'll make sure that you are entitled, if you're the first 20 to respond. All right, so all this for $19.77. And like I said, tomorrow morning, we do have a live session. If you send an email to support@NaviTrader.com, we're going to invite you to that live session. All right, so at this point, make sure we've answered any questions. I see a question. We'll be getting a copy of this presentation. I know that it's being recorded. I believe it's NinjaTrader puts them on YouTube. All right, so I see some people with questions on pricing. I think I've covered all that. So, like I said too, what we're providing here is a set of tools. How you use these tools is going to determine your win-loss ratio. So there's, it is a set of tools. Again, it's dependent on how you actually elect to use them. All right, so I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Big turnout, and I just want to give a big thank you to Thomas and all the great people at NinjaTrader for providing this platform for this presentation today. And everyone have a wonderful day.
All right. Again, thank you, Steve, for taking the time to share with us today. If you enjoyed today's session, we'll hope you will join us in future webinar events. We would like to remind you that the information provided was that of NaviTrader and not of NinjaTrader. All information was for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day. We hope to see you in future webinars. Happy trading from all of us here at NinjaTrader.